Here I come. Oh Lord. Okay. Maybe I have to make another link. Is that what I have to do? I'll have to make another link. No, it's not. Ah, there it is. There it is. Finally. Don't worry, friends. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Am I making sure? There we go. Finally. I had to make sure that it is playing. No, it is. There you go. So it took me a little while. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but for some reason, you play the videos and then YouTube is doing some really, really weird things. I don't know what's happening right now. But okay. So like I said before, this is extremely good because I feel like them going to be in this battle for a long time. You know, them are gonna be in this battle for a long time. That's what it is starting to feel like to me. Now, Anthony laid this bed. He made this bed, so he has to lay in it. Anyways, let's get into it.
Like that.
What the hell is wrong with you? You got a whole man, a stranger, holding my son?
Iman is not a stranger.
He's not
That
a
is
stranger.
my man.
You've
So
known
yes, he
him
can
for-
hold.
You've known that boy for a hot
It
second.
doesn't matter how long I've known him. You think I'm gonna be at home by myself and I don't have anybody while you over there playing house with Amber?
So because you're lonely, right?
It's not about me being lonely. I'm Kai's mother. I will make the decision of who holds him and who doesn't.
I'm still his father.
All right, see, this is my problem with Anthony right now. My problem with Anthony is that Anthony is arguing the whole idea of Iman holding Kai, and him to realize that that's not the biggest argument that he has. The biggest argument that Anthony should be having, the biggest argument he must have, is that there is no way that my wife is not able to see my son or me see my son, but Iman is able to see my son and be holding on to him. I don't understand how him can argue this, but again, this is exactly why O'Neill is on the place that he's on when it comes to Anthony and Amber. This is why I'm believing in that place, because it's like as long as Anthony's like this, Amber have whole heap of issues. As long as Anthony is like this, there's a lot of things coming Amber's way. And at that the part, I can't really and truly fathom. I can't get to it none at all. It's just, that's what I have the issues with. Yes, Carl, the notification came in late. I think YouTube is doing some things. But anyway, let's keep popping.
Oh, so now you want to claim him. Now you're the father.
How many
Right?
times are we gonna go through that? I did the test because I wanted to make sure.
Right.
That's it.
Sure, Anthony.
So
Doesn't matter why I'm doing the test either. But again, I don't even know exactly why he hell-bent like this. It doesn't matter why I'm doing the test either, because at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, he's been paying for this child. So why should it even matter at all as to him doing the test or not, or whatever else it is? I'm just showing you how it is that Anthony, I just can't fathom it. This is why I'm in a really, I don't know.
if that was the case, I wouldn't have been providing for him like I was.
Well, I don't care. All I care about is you coming in my house with that nasty energy. All you do is stop by and see Kai for a hot second anyways. Don't come in my house raising hell.
And what you
Who
think
do you
he
think
gonna
you
do?
are?
What you think he
What
gonna
are you
do?
talking about? It doesn't matter. Stop worrying about me and Iman.
I'm
You
not
are
worried
married.
about you.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
worried about my son.
Now you're worried about it.
I'm showing you again how the way how Anthony is weak. Anthony is is the one paying the bills for this house, and him not even able to even correct that. It's just it don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. Like you you're paying the bills. Like, dude, you're paying the actual bills. I don't know why you're arguing with this chick that you're paying the bills for. So it don't make no sense. But again, this is exactly why I'm like, that's why I want Amber for leave. Wanna see why I know? Does it make sense? Let me answer the question. Does it make sense why O'Neill wants Amber to get the divorce? Does it make sense why I want Amber to get a divorce? Does it make sense? One for yes, and two to for no. Does it make sense now why I want her to get a divorce? That's why I want her to get a divorce. That's why I'm on that kind of lineage when it comes to Amber. That's why I'm upon that.
Well, I'm his mother who cares for him 24/7. I don't get to pick and choose when I stop by and see Kai. So I make the decisions about who holds Kai and who is in Kai's life. And what you gonna do about it? Nothing, because I'm his mother.
Can you imagine if a woman tell me this kind of stuff? Or irate would I get? Can you imagine how irate would I get? She doesn't care that. It's, boy, I can't imagine how this would have just throw me off like this. But again, him say him come from Indiana. Unless men from Indiana are weak. Are there any Indiana people in the chat? One for yes and two for no. Anthony said him come from Indiana. So am I now to assume that men who come from Indiana are weak because this is not a good representation of Indiana? Are there any Indiana men in the audience? Because if there are Indiana men in the audience, this is very, very weak. This is why, mommy, we're on the same page. This is why I don't want David to be involved in all of the drama. Leave Amber and get David after. This is exactly why I'm think like this. This is why I think like this. It's not because O'Neill hates orphans, like somebody say, or O'Neill dislike orphan children or whatever it is. Maybe Amber will be the one to straighten all this mess out. No. Shamin, I'm done thinking that Amber is going to straighten any mess out. I believe getting David back is going to give Amber the strength to help Anthony to fight. Really? That's why I'm gonna believe none of this because okay, you see, when you're not capturing a Shaman, is that he's not even arguing it from the standpoint that how dare this baby mother tell him when him wife can hold this baby. You think this could have happened? Anyways.
You low.
I'm low.
You are really low.
I'm low. I'm so low for moving on with my life. And I'm not playing by your rules anymore. So now I'm low. You're low.
Everything that I said to you about you is 100% true.
I don't care what you say.
This is supposed to be a man from Indiana. I'm from Indiana. I don't know what the hell that means, but this is supposed to be a man from Indiana. Listen, making a woman telling him exactly when him go see him kid. And it's not that he's being vindictive, it's not that he's not trying to play as best as possible with her. It's none of those things. I can understand if the man was playing games and then the woman have to do what she have to do. But this, well, at that him say, Nanya, I'm just going off of what Anthony said, but Anthony is making it seem as if people from Indiana don't play. But I would say that them play well for games. Come, people, the people who are from Indiana, come out and defend, please. Michael Jackson's from Indiana and he was soft. He was from Indiana. Michael Jackson's from Indiana. Okay. I don't know. I mean, I have all that soft energy. I mean, I'm guys from Indiana are very Michael Jackson was from Indiana. Don't you like those trees?
He's just gonna have this stranger playing daddy for God knows how long, playing with my son.
At least he's not in and out of his life like somebody else I know. Yeah, well,
Whatever.
you go and worry about what's a priority to you, your wife, your life. Don't worry about us over here. We're good. And don't you ever come to my house and act like that again. I don't care who's holding Kai. If I said it's okay, that's what it is.
Listen how the woman is a low. Listen how the woman talk to the man. Listen how she's talking. And he's allowing all of this. He's from Indiana. Him say he's from Indiana. Jocelyn, where you say Jocelyn? Let me see if I can read a comment, Jocelyn. You say Michael Jackson come from Indiana. Stop paying the rent. Anthony, stop paying the rent. Shayla, have your rent money ready for the first. Him just even stop paying the rent and kick her out. Kick her out. Jocelyn, we say no. Anthony is the front to quit part. Okay. Or he's from the quick part of Indiana, where the Jackson 5 live, not the tough ghetto side. No, Anthony, we'll go visit Wayne. So he who we don't trust. Because we know that him a go tell Wayne now, or him not trust nobody at all, and whatever it is. And listen to me. They're saying Michael Jackson was soft because he's from Indiana. Him say him come from Indiana. He says he's from Indiana, so that apparently this is supposed to make him tough. Him say him come from Indiana, so apparently that's supposed to make him tough. He says, I'm from Indiana. I don't know what that means, but hey, I don't know. You know what I mean?
You low, Shayla.
Lose again. He's lost again. Him lose again. This is why I said that the onus is on him. If this were me and you're asking me to take my wife into a scenario like this, it would be tough, especially if I'm not trying to rectify the situation. Right now, he's not trying to rectify the situation, and that's why I me even that's why it's tough for me, because he's not rectifying it. He has not gone to the courts to get a custody order so that way him have a clarity with the kid. Him not a clarity. No balls, no clarity. All this is straight foolishness. Good for Anthony. This should be his karma for how he did his wife. He's the biggest fool. Nadine, he is the biggest fool. Slower than a turtle. Somebody writes slower than a turtle. At this point, it's a bunch of nonsense. Yes, Una wanted to see Anthony get the karma, and he's getting the karma now. Don't complain, guys. Una getting what y'all wanted. We knew she was going to control Anthony using Kai. That's why we wanted him to not be Kai's father. Yes, this is why we never wanted him to be Kai's father. This is also why we wanted Amber to leave. Because we know say him weak. We know say he is so Amber wants so much, no, somebody has to tell him to go for court. Someone have to tell him to go to court. Maybe Wayne can tell him to go to court. Does Anthony need to talk to Wayne? Because I say Wayne knows about court. One for yes, and two for no. See, what I'm not understanding is that Anthony not understand that he needs to go to court. He shouldn't have her talking to him like that. He needs to get his lawyer involved. Exactly. Yes, Rico DIY. When communication have broken down between two parents, stop the talking. That's when you need a lawyer, because the communication has broken down. That's what's going on. Rolanda will tell him. You believe Rolanda will tell him to go to court? Somebody have got to tell him. Why does Anthony allow Shayla to talk to him like that? Because he has no balls. He's from Indiana. The Indiana people must say me attack them. I am not attacking Indiana people, but the people who are from Indiana, please come out and disown Anthony. Is there anyone in the chat from Indiana? Anyone in the chat from Indiana? Anyone in the chat from Indiana? If you are from Indiana, come out and defend your hometown. Defend your state for me, please. I'm from none of the states. I'm from the state of Jamaica. Come out and defend your state, please. Please come out and defend your state. As a businessman, he can't even think for himself exactly. But he's supposed to be this top echelon of a businessman, which is what we can't quite grasp. We can't understand that. Talking to the court does not stop Iman from holding the child. He's there 24/7. You are correct, but I think that's why I'm saying to you that he's arguing the wrong things. Anthony's arguing the wrong things. Anthony should be talking about getting Kai to be coming to his house. That's what he need to be talking about. Nothing else. Them say Michael Jackson never soft. You want to run over P house? Indiana ain't nothing but a nice suburb where they invented basketball. I'm hearing that Indiana have. Come on, guys. Jocelyn says I'm from Chicago. I'm from Jamaica. I don't know what I say. Is there any other simps from Indiana? You guys are something else. Indiana is under attack. Only what happened? Indiana is under attack right now. Indiana is under attack. Is Indiana a place of simps? Let me ask Chat GPT about Indiana people, Indiana stuff. Is Indiana, let me ask Chat GPT, is Indiana a place for simps? Chat GPT does not want to get involved. AI does not want to get involved. I've just tried asking AI and it doesn't want to get involved in a question like that. I guess AI don't want to seem biased. So that's what that is. Whose state it is? Yes. Here we go. Lay off my city. There we go, Geraldine. Me know I have somebody defend it. Lay off my city and my state. Geraldine, come to the front. Come to the front, Geraldine. Tell us. Are Indiana men soft like are Indiana men soft like Anthony? Your state is under fire. Geraldine, talk to us. Geraldine is your state is under attack. Geraldine, come. Come, Geraldine. Your state under attack. You get down or lay down. Okay. So Geraldine says in Indiana, which everybody have one of these. You get down or lay down. Geraldine, are you the only person? So Geraldine, do they are the men generally light skinned? It don't mean nothing. It's, because the boy is soft like ice cream. Look, all I'm saying is that Anthony says he's from Indiana. We didn't say it. He said it. So now we ask a question now if what's going on. And Charmian, this is a good thing that you have said. Charmian says Anthony has no legal rights to Kai. So until the name change, he is powerless to argue with Shayla, and Shayla knows that. Yes, but what I would have done then Charmian, is that in this case, I would have gone to the courts because you can't really say I have no legal rights. I would have go to the courts and check what's going on with the court documents. That's why I need to go court to check what kind of rights him have. Being that he's being named as whatever it is, him need to go to court to check what kind of rights he has and start working from there. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Everybody, I'll bring up them hood I know. If you are not from the hood, you won't survive. Okay. Now, Indiana, yeah, so you're not going to survive if you're not from the hood. Anthony is going to get the ish end of the stick. I strongly believe that the correct DNA test results will come in the mail. That's why baby David reappears in the skit. Mm, that's a good question. Do you think this is a setup for Anthony to not be the father? That's a good question. One for yes, and two for no. That's a good question. That's a good question. Because right now he doesn't have to pay anything. The funny thing is he doesn't have to pay anything. But if he doesn't pay anything, the woman them are gonna say, him worthless and stuff like that. That's what I say. Him worthless. I said that I think that they brought David back the skits because the truth is really gonna come out. It's interesting. Helen really put something up here, so and it's quite interesting. Now we have to now be thinking: is it that they're about to twist us again? If we can't feel sorry for Amber because she won't leave Anthony, that's the problem. That's the problem is that Amber doesn't Amber is not leaving Anthony. That's the problem. That's one of the biggest problems I see. Shayla has too much power. She needs to be cut down. This girl is really low. Of course, she low. Long time. There's no DNA test coming in the mail. Diana want burst the bubble. Diana, what do you mean there's no DNA test coming in the mail? It's a good question, you know. Maybe it is that the writers are setting this up. Mommy, exactly. His money did that to him. Amber did not do that to him. He could have divorced her back before he knew anything. He could have. Nanya, you are correct. I think that Anthony had the chance when he found out about Wayne to cut this entire thing off, but he kept going with it. And that's one of the biggest problems I have with Anthony thing. Him could have nullified the marriage. But they never did that. I think it's a setup for Anthony to lose Amber and David and then find out that he isn't the father. Well, that's a karma. So karma. All right. Want to think about this karma. Karma. Anthony lose Amber, then finds out that Kai is not his. Want to think about that karma. Want to think about that karma. Vans will miss away a second. Sometimes Vans will always come with things. Shayla not low. Shayla was played. Now she flipped it on Anthony to see was his real piece. That she was his real piece. But was she really peace though, Vanswell? Was she really peace though? The woman complain every 2 seconds. I don't think that Shayla was peace. You believe Shayla is peace? Think about it. The woman has made advances at another person's husband, and you think she's peace? Nobody that's peaceful will do that. Nobody that is peaceful would be trying to get someone else's husband or someone else's wife. You can't be peaceful and be doing that. You must be disgruntled mentally or physically or something to that effect. There's no way you can tell me that that's peace. But if you say so, Anthony and Shayla are both each other's karma. That's why I think them going to end up together. If you ask me, them need to be together. Them need to be together. Jackie, what you say? See, this trick is the person you look at and say, you are the reason that I will one day go to jail. Exactly. You have look on them girl, you have to know so some of them are really, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're saying, go to the court DNA. You saw that raggedy DNA test, MJ. You know that test was manipulated. What are you watching? The test is still in question. The test is still in question. Where's Anthony's? That's a good question. Where is the anniversary necklace? This is a good question. ALUI. This is what I'm telling you, I have to watch these things with you guys now because you always give me some different point of views that I can't see. And I have to really read y'all's comments. Where is a good question. Where is the necklace? It's a very, very good question. Where is the necklace? Where is the necklace? AL is asking this question, and it's a very good question AL is asking. Did you guys notice that the necklace is gone? Hmm. So in other words, all this thing about commitment to him wife and all of this blah blah foolishness is not really even real. It's not even real. Linda, I know that you practice law, so I want to have you on the channel I'm gonna see if I can do a live where I want you to talk about the DNA test and how the courts are going about things these days, because it's very informative for us to know. It would be a very informative conversation for me to have you up. So Linda, I need to talk to you. Being that you've had experience with it, you and Evan White Sr. Evan White got custody of his child in Georgia. It would be good to talk to you and Evan. I need to put you and Evan on the show. So I'm thinking if I go live today, I want to see you both. I'm gonna try to put, if I go live today, I don't know yet, but if I go live today, I'm gonna put you both up and we can, I want to really and truly dive it just into that topic. No skits. I just want to talk about that so that we, the audience, can get a better even grasp. I have some understanding, but it would be good to hear from you too. One from Evan White Sr., because Evan White has gone through and has gotten custody, and we want to hear some of your situation. You may not have to give us everything, but it'd be good to hear that. And then Linda, it'd be good to hear that as well too. Anyways, so let me just get that right now. So the chain gone. I know that you're just giving an opinion. Don't worry. It's never going to be it's like me coming on here as a person who does some amount of social work. I can only give an opinion. I cannot give any advice to anything. So yes, it'll be a disclaimer. Disclaimer. I'm putting Linda up because Linda has been practicing some amount of law. It's not for her to. Let me disclaim it. No, I'm not gonna disclaim it in the video. It's not to give legal advice. We will just be discussing the topic. No, we're not come over that topic, the Vanswell. You want to come over that topic, but we have to discuss it because it is good for our community to know. We don't know who else might need this information. Y'all giving way too much credit to Wayne himself. Wayne is a simp. That's the role he played. He played the simp in these skits for as long as I can remember. So Wayne is a simp. They must say Wayne is a simp. That's what Rashal said. Is Wayne a simp? Oh boy, y'all are something else, you know. Iman is from what's that? Berwyn, Illinois, near Oak Park, Illinois. So he's not from Chicago. It's definitely it's definitely different. And he is traded to our Houston Rockets and trashed out the team, scoring 1 point per game. So when I say him not that hard. Yeah, I say him now, bust no shot. So okay, which is Iman? How would you classify Iman? Weed head or gangster? I don't know why we wear these things, but okay. It looks like let's take a vote on it. How would you classify Iman? Chicago says yes, he's from Chicago, Illinois. How would you classify Iman? Because I'm not sure if Iman is gangster or not. What Iman is a weed head or is Iman a gangster? Which one? Am I weed head or am I gangster? Come on, talk to me, man. Don't mess up now. Don't leave now. Weeded. So when I say Iman is not. Oh boy, you guys are something else. Come guys, hot minute. Why is Anthony not wearing the chain? There you go. When I say it's a weeded. Why is Anthony not wearing the chain? Iman is a powerful weeded. Iman is a powerful weed head. So I'm really just a person who just smokes some weed. That's basically what y'all are saying. Weeded for sure. Gangster only when he dances. Chicago foot. Okay. Nice. Why him now wear the chain? Talk to me here, folks. Goddess London says because Shayla will clone him. Why him now wear the chain? Why? I know. Where's the necklace? Iman smoked it. because he wanted to see Shayla, hoping to get that feeling back. Mm. Weed head, monkey face, talks like he needs a therapist. He needs to wear it. That's true. Rico DIY. The woman can't buy a chain and you're not wearing the chain. If your wife has bought your chain, you need to wear it. That's why we know so much I get back on the down low. When he walked into her apartment this morning, he said that she has to pay her own rent. He was mad that she didn't answer the phone last night. Yes, him that tell her she need to start paying rent, but she need to pay rent. Can't have her there not paying the rent. Because he doesn't really like he doesn't really like it. And he only around Amber. All right, friends, that comes to the end of our mini live. I'm not gonna stretch it out. Linda, Evan White Sr., I think I'm gonna come on the live today just for the sake of us to discuss that particular topic. Look out for my notification. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful morning.